Good morning, welcome to the channel. Rather than cut out all of the boring stuff today, we're going to leave it in, going to leave the checks in and concentrate on how we do the checks, why we do the checks, when we do the checks, etc. It must be said, I'm not an instructor. I do this for my own pleasure and to look at my videos for my own pleasure and my family's pleasure and friends, etc., etc., and to review any mistakes that I've made, so I can hopefully get better as I get older. However, if anybody else gets something out of this video, then all the better. So, say we've arrived at the hangar. So, what I'm going to do next is to give the plane a good check over. Okay, so we start off on the right hand side on the wing, and we'll go around, make sure the tyres are inflated and there's nothing obviously wrong. Carry on around the left hand side, front tyre's fine, left hand tyre's fine. Remove the pitot tube cover. Following it around, making sure there's nothing obviously wrong. And check the tailplane. And everything looks fine from the outside after a quick check. Okay. Next thing we'll do, what we'll do now, we'll check the fuel. There's enough fuel for us. As you can see, inside there is the fuel tank. We've got about 40 litres, just under 40 litres. We'll have a look down through the fuselage. Nothing obviously wrong in there either, which is good. The cover, secure, which it is, and then we'll check the oil, moving the oil cap. Now we need to burp the engine, listen for the gurgle, might take a few minutes. All this is doing is pumping the oil out of the sump back into the oil tank, because it's a dry sump system, making sure that we've got all the oil back into the oil tank so that we can take an accurate measurement of the fuel level. And there we go. Move the dipstick. Check the oil. Halfway up the dipstick, which is perfect. Replace that. Okay, so now we know that the outside of the aircraft is fine. Okay, the next thing I do, this airfield in particular, is to check the ATIS.
Bearing between 340 degrees and 040 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud gathered at 2,500 feet. Temperature 2. Dew point 15. QNH 1022 hectopascals. QSC 1019 hectopascals. Advise information. Lima and read back pressure settings. Exit turn information. Lima at time 1320. Runway in use 08. Transition level flight level 40. Exit wind 010 degrees 11
So that's given me the information that I need at the moment, which tells me which runway we're going to be using, what the atmospheric pressure is, what wind direction it is, and how strong it is. I'll check that again just before we take off to make sure that nothing has changed. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to go to flight briefing and book out. This is equivalent to the PPR that a lot of small airports and aerodromes need. But this allows me to air traffic control to book out. Good afternoon, can I book out please? Registration is Golf Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra. It's an Ikarus C42. It's a VFR. In about half an hour, so that'll be, I don't know, 150 Zulu. Just local VFR to the south. One person. Fuel endurance is 4 hours. Lovely, thanks for your help, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's all booked out now, so I've got another half an hour or so that I can go through and do all of my checks again, if necessary. Okay, all the checks done outside, so I need to get in, which I am, obviously, and put on the belts. I've already activated Pilot Aware up there, and I've tuned the Wi-Fi in to Pilot Aware so that when I fly, when we take off, we can set the sat-nav up to Pilot Aware, which will give us any warnings of any aircraft which are encroaching on our path. Okay, so let's have a look at our checklist. We've done the external checks, we've checked all everything on the external checklist. Now the start checks. So, brakes on and locked, and we're facing in a safe direction, and all around us is clear. Flaps are in neutral, fuel tap is on, all switches off, which they are. Radio and transponder off, which they are. Main master switch on. I always keep the ignition key on the parachute activation lock, so that I never forget to activate the parachute before I take off. Auxiliary fuel pump on for 5 seconds. And off. We can check the fuel gauge. We've got 40 litres of fuel, and we've checked that, verified it by having a physical look in the tank. Throttle. Make sure that the throttle is closed. Check the area, which we have, and make sure it's all clear. Shout all clear, all clear. Shut the doors and lock the doors. Okay, and start the engine. So, magnetos on. Pull out the choke and start. Strobe on. So your fuel pump off. Choke off. Radio and transponder on. Okay, now you should be able to hear me again because I'm coming through on the other GoPro. Okay, so what we need to do is our instruments, which we have, close the cowl flap so that we can get the temperatures and pressures up quicker. Move that one down there out of the way. Okay, whilst we're waiting for that, we can tune our radio into to check the ATIS again for the final time. So we've got 119.
Golf Alpha Charlie, downwind, to runway 08. Golf Charlie, roger, the traffic on the approach at 5 miles to Cessna 182. If you're able to keep the circuit tight, report final number 1.
Degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud scattered at 2,500 feet. Temperature 2. Dew point 15. QNH 1022 hectopascals. QSE 1019 hectopascals. Advise information Lima and read back pressure settings. Exit turn information Lima at time 1320. Runway in use 08. Transition level flight level 4.
Okay, so nothing's changed there, so well, I'm happy with that, and we're on information Lima.
Charlie Echo is ready for departure.
Golf Kilo Oscar, correction, Golf Kilo Oscar, hold at position.
Golf Kilo Oscar.
Excellent, sir. Good afternoon. Golf Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra.
Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra, good afternoon, pass message.
Golf Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra, Ikarus C42, hangar 52 north side. Request taxi for local VFR flight to the south. Information Lima. QNH 1022.
Golf Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra, correct. Taxi hold point Echo 1 via Echo.
Taxi Echo 1, Golf Sierra Sierra.
Charlie Tango Sierra Hotel, Bravo 1, ready for departure. Hotel, roger.
What I'm going to do when I get just up a little way ahead, just around the left-hand corner on the taxiway, I'm going to pull off to one side and do the pre-flight starter, the pre-flight checks. I'll go around the left-hand corner because that's going to be facing more into wind. We're coming along. I've checked that the compass is moving, and I've checked that the slip ball is moving as well, which it all is, which is all good. Okay, so I've parked into wind virtually, brakes are on and locked. I've set the throttle to 2000 RPM, which it is. The controls. Around the box, everything's working as it should. Any loose items are stowed out of the way. Flight instruments are set.
Golf Kilo Oscar, flight Echo 1, backtrackers required, line up runway 08.
Engine temperatures are all in the green or coming up to the green.
Golf Kilo Oscar.
Mag checks, so it's increased to 3,500 RPM.
Golf Alpha Charlie downwind.
One off.
Report final.
Slight drop.
Report final, Golf Alpha Charlie.
Back on. Other one. Slight drop. On.
Good afternoon. Next
Throttle all the way back to idle.
On the
Hasn't
graph
stalled,
with
which is
information.
good.
EMA, QNH 1022.
Reset throttle to 2000 revs.
The runway 08.
407 XPR, good afternoon. Hold
Whilst we're here, we'll use pilot aware on the sat nav, which puts us exactly where we are on the ground. If we go up to the holding point, Echo 1.
A-line 5 Echo Tango, request taxi.
5 Echo Tango, Squawk 6345, taxi holding point Alpha 1 by Alpha.
Before we take off, or before we move from the holding point, we need to make sure
A-line 5 Echo Tango.
we need to make sure that we set the flaps to one stage of flaps, and we turn on the fuel
Taxi
pump.
holding point Bravo 1, 5 taxiway Charlie, 8 taxiway Bravo.
Also turn on the landing light as well.
Holding point Bravo 1 via taxiway Charlie, Dartmoor 07.
Golf Kilo Oscar, runway 08, surface wind 360 degrees, 06 knots, left-hand circuit, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, Golf Kilo Oscar, left hand circuit.
Alpha Charlie, continue, select lake clearance. Continue for lake clearance, Golf Alpha Charlie. Alpha Charlie, runway 08, surface wind 020 degrees, 05 knots, clear touch and go. Touch and go, Golf Alpha Charlie.
Golf Sierra, at Echo 1, ready for departure.
Sierra Sierra, roger, hold position, Squawk 0442.
Hold position, Squawk 0442, Golf Sierra.
Hotel, downwind, left touch and go. Golf Sierra Hotel, roger, in the downwind leg, make 2 right-hand orbits for spacing, traffic to depart ahead. Right hand orbit at the end of downwind, roger. Golf Sierra Hotel. Golf Sierra Hotel, downwind, left touch and go. Hotel roger, port ready to turn left base. So Golf Sierra Hotel. Golf Sierra Sierra, fire Q1, line up runway 08.
Line up 08, Golf Sierra.
Okay, so auxiliary fuel pump on, one stage of flap.
Golf Sierra Sierra, aircraft departing headed to the left-hand circuit, runway 08, surface wind 340 degrees, 05 knots, right turn, clear for takeoff.
08, right turn, clear for takeoff, Golf Sierra.
So full power.
Golf Sierra Hotel ready, turn left base. Hotel report final. Golf Sierra Hotel.
Speed active.
Dartmoor 07, fire Bravo 1, line up runway 08.
Fire Bravo 1, line up and wait on runway 08. Dartmoor 07.
It's away. Fuel pump off. A little bit bumpy, 300 feet. Bring away on runway heading. Just some pressures. We're all nicely in the green.
Right, runway 08, surface wind 340 degrees, 06 knots, right turn, clear for takeoff.
Runway 08, clear for takeoff, Dartmoor 07, traffic in sight, right turn.
Golf Sierra Hotel, final touch and go. Sierra Hotel, continue. Continue, Golf Sierra Hotel.
Golf Kilo Oscar's final, downwind touch and go.
Sierra Hotel, runway 08, left wind 340 degrees, 07 knots, clear touch and go. Touch and go, Golf Sierra Hotel. Kilo Oscar, roger, number 3 in traffic, following an Embraer on the approach at 6 miles, report before turning the left base. Kilo Oscar, number 3 in traffic, following the Embraer on the approach at 6 miles, report before turning left base.
Kilo Oscar, report before turning left base. And the Logan 4 uniform X-ray is full established for the ILS 08 at 4.5 miles. And exit tower Logan 4 uniform X-ray acknowledged.
The 41 uniform X-ray tower, good afternoon, continue approach runway 08.
Do continue Logan 41 uniform X-ray. Kilo Oscar's ready to turn left base.
Kilo Oscar, roger, make 2 right-hand orbits of space, reporting to have the Embraer traffic inside.
Golf Kilo Oscar, right-hand orbit.
41 uniform X-ray, runway 08, surface wind 340 degrees, 06 knots, cleared to land.
Clear land 08, Logan 41 uniform X-ray.
Sierra traffic joining from the east, currently 4 miles to the west, 2 east in your position, descending from 2,500 feet, inbound is a Robin light aircraft.
Roger, looking Golf Sierra.
That was 078 for same traffic to you, inbound from the east, Robin traffic currently 6 miles to the east of the field.
I'm looking for traffic, I'm on 07.
Sierra, contact to radar 128.1980.
Golf Bravo, Oscar Tango India, holding point Bravo 1, ready for departure.
Tango India, hold position Squawk 0450.
Squawk 0450, holding position at Bravo 1. Golf Bravo, Oscar Tango India.
Sierra, contact to radar 128.1980.
Radar 128.1980, Golf Sierra.
Mid-Subler Opera, you can route through Delta 012 at your present level if required.
Roger, Helimed 70 Alpha, yeah, current track is going to take us just outside of it, but copied the approval, thanks.
Exit radar, Golf 120, Sierra. Passing, 2,500 feet, maximum altitude 4,000 feet, request basic service.
Golf Mike Romeo Sierra, your name, basic service, school guidance please.
Basic service, Golf Sierra.
Right base, Golf Sierra.
Sure.
Golf Sierra, school guidance please.
Full guidance, Golf Sierra.
Thank you.
Radar Dartmoor 07, climbing altitude, passing altitude 1,300, operating up to altitude 3,000, basic service.
Dartmoor 07 actually, got in, basic service, not receiving your mode Charlie at the moment.
Basic service, standby, Dartmoor 07.
Golf Sierra, overhead powder, inbound to land, request join.
Golf Sierra, report for flight runway 08, Kinate 1022.
Report field inside 08, Golf Sierra.
Golf Sierra, join right base, runway 08, contact the tower 119.805.
Join right base 08, contact anchor the tower 119.805, Golf Sierra.
to the tower, Golf Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra, joining right base at runway 08.
Mike Romeo Sierra Sierra, good afternoon, join right base, runway 08, number 2 in traffic, following a Robin left base.
Roger, number 2, Golf Sierra Sierra.
Golf Sierra Hotel, complex to radar 128.980. Radar 128.980, Golf Sierra Hotel.
Okay, so we're joining on right base on runway 08, the same as we took off from. Temperatures and pressures are all good, they're all in the green. 1,900 feet, going down slightly, we're heading into wind, we're doing 95 miles an hour.
Wind 340 degrees, 06 knots.
And our ground speed is just 70, so we're at about 25 knot, or 25 mile an hour headwind.
Exercise, Phoenix 33.
Phoenix 33, external pass message.
33 current apron 22 with an ATR attached. Would like to briefly push on to taxiway Charlie to reposition back onto apron 22. Phoenix 33.
Phoenix 33, Charlie, firm pushback approved and reposition on taxiway Charlie, advice when complete.
Right approved on taxiway Charlie, advice when complete, Phoenix 33.
Okay, we've trimmed out to speed to fly quite fast, got no flaps in at the moment. Descending slightly down to circuit height, which is 1,000 feet. So we've got another 700 feet to go. We're still flying quite fast.
Lisa 9, hold position, light aircraft, short final.
Lisa 9, hold position.
Sierra Sierra, position for a 2 mile final approach runway 08, see helicopter depart ahead.
Roger, looking Golf Sierra Sierra.
Kid Oscar, vacate second left, taxiway Echo, hold at Echo 1 to the two helicopters to depart.
On Golf Kilo Oscar.
Okay, so the police helicopter is about to depart, so we've been asked to give a long final. So what we'll do now, we'll slow it down.
Alright, Phoenix 33, it's no crew taxiway Charlie, thanks for your help.
Phoenix 33, roger, thank you.
Slow down into the white arc.
Lisa 9, the line aircraft as this landing will be vacating at Echo to hold at Echo 1. When that traffic is vacated, surface wind is 350 degrees, 07 knots, direct routing to the south to take with discretion.
One stage of flapping.
Traffic is vacated, direct route to the south, take
Fuel pump on, landing light on.
Golf Sierra Sierra, continue approach runway 08, expect lake clearance.
Continue approach 08, Golf Sierra Sierra.
We're still very, very high. We're coming down nicely now. We're just coming on to final approach.
Golf Sierra Sierra, final 08.
Sierra Sierra, runway 08, surface wind 010 degrees, 07 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land 08, Golf Sierra Sierra.
Okay, to taxi to Xavier, Golf Kilo Oscar.
Kilo Oscar, A-firm, thanks for your help, continue to the hangars via taxiway Foxtrot.
Pleasure by Foxtrot, Golf Kilo Oscar.
A lot of crosswind in here, so we're crabbing in quite a bit of crab here.
Remain south of final approach runway 0, traffic at 8 miles, contact radar 128.190.
Remain south of approach runway 08, 128.980, thanks, please.
Falcon holding VHP1 would like to proceed Alpha 1.
Falcon Tower 5 VHP1 cross runway 08 to Alpha 1.
Via VHP1 cross runway 08 to Alpha 1.
Golf 00, vacate left, taxiway, Echo.
Take out an Echo, Golf 00.
Positive, Pentavish 32 November on the island.
My name is Aviation 32 November, Expower, good afternoon, continue approach runway 08.
Continue approach runway 08, Pentavish 32 November.
Auxiliary fuel pump off, landing light off, flaps away. And all the instruments, still temperatures and pressures are still in the green, altimeter's returned to where it was. One tick over, and our airspeed is now dead. Okay, I've set the squawk code back to 7000 and put it on standby. Video is still on, which we'll turn all that off when we popped up in front of the hangar. So we stop outside the hangar, handbrake on, strobe off, nav off, video and transponder off.
And everything else off. So there we are, we've had a successful flight, we've turned everything off, and what we'll do in a minute, we'll just check the aircraft over as just as we're putting it away. Excellent. Thanks for watching, and let's hope that you got something out of this as well.